Hi, how would you rate someone who is talkative in terms of trustworthiness? Maybe there's someone in your place of work, maybe your relative, maybe one of your friends, one of your relatives. You find they are talkative, very talkative, but that doesn't mean that I devalue or you should devalue them. Every human is respectable and should be respected, right? And talkative people have their own use, also value. They give value to the world in terms of not being boring. In a silent room, sometimes it's boring, and when you find someone talkative, then they keep talking. It keeps the environment alive. The energy of the room is quite alive, right? Apart from that, how would you find them? How much are you willing to put your time and money on what they do? I think so it'll be less chances because you don't know, you haven't seen what is their performance, right? And from the other side, if someone is hardworking, keeps on producing something, keeps on working, and they are so focused, they are so concentrated that you don't care what other people say and what they have to say also, because they keep on doing, keep on producing. They are busy making things happen. What is your chances of trusting that person? I bet it's high, right? Because we trust based on the results of people that they are giving, not on what they say. Because when you meet someone, the moment they start speaking about themselves or about anything, they may say they know a lot of stuff, but they haven't done anything in their life. Will you trust those words, their words? I bet no. Because it's all just because freedom of speech is there, everybody can speak, doesn't mean that they know something. Deep knowledge, I mean, they have experienced it and they can show, they can produce, they can do what they say. Unless you see what they do, you cannot trust their words, right? You have to know them personally, or maybe you have to meet them again and again. You have to see them, how they deal with time and money and reputation and the results. Are they giving the output? If you give them some work, can they do it in the field that they say they know? So we trust others based on what they do, what they have done till now, not on what you hear, right? Because you might know someone from someone else that they say this person is trustworthy. Maybe you believe them, but your belief will confirm. You will have a full trust only when you have seen their work, you have felt them, you have talked with them, you have seen what they have done till date. So what I mean is, the less you speak, the more credible you are. And the more you speak, the more emotions you put in your speech, the less credible you become. Because emotions also means that you have no control over yourself, over your situation, over your life. And if you have no control over yourself, if you have no discipline of keeping your words less, that means you are less trustworthy. People who have self-discipline, who can control their words, who can control their actions, are more trustworthy. Because through consistency, people trust. So, what I mean is, if you say less, if you speak less, you do more, you become more credible as a human being. People will trust you with their work. They will give you work. They will give you responsibility. If you're trustworthy, you will talk less naturally. That doesn't mean that the person who speaks less is a trustworthy person. No, you should trust someone based on what they have done till date. What is their record? What is their history? That's how you trust someone. So speaking less is not the prerequisite to being trustworthy, but yes, trustworthy person, most of the time, 99% of the time, they speak less than the average persons. Okay, so if you speak less, you are cultivating a habit which is very good towards being trustworthy, but at the same time you have to do something, you have to produce something, you have to show something that I have held this responsibility for such and such a long time, for years or decades maybe. You've held one responsibility and there was no black or negative record or remarks against you officially. Something like that. It's not possible to have a fully clean record everywhere all the time, because we are humans, we have emotions. We might shout at somebody, we might get disciplined, we might get disciplinary action, we might get a warning letter, we might even form a bad reputation because of our honesty, because of you call it a spade. You don't spare words when it comes to honesty. Maybe people will hate you and they spread rumors about you. But most of the time, if you keep your mouth under control, and if at the same time not only keeping your mouth shut and speaking less, but at the same time produce more, have more responsibility, take more responsibility. Because, for example, you trust teachers and parents more than other type of occupation, right? Because these two things carry a lot of responsibility. Teachers and parents really, when they deal with children, they have a lot of responsibility for the present and as well as for the future. So accordingly, people place faith and trust more on the teachers and parents more than any other occupations. If you are a parent and a teacher, your trustworthiness is very high, simply because of the responsibility involved in raising children, teaching children. So if you're a teacher and if you're a parent, please hit that like button. I'm not saying this for you nor for you to like me. We all know this for a fact. Anything that involves responsibility brings discipline in that person, and it also shows discipline of the past discipline, the consistency, the trustworthiness of that person. They say maturity doesn't come with age, precisely because of this. If there is no responsibility, you will not be a matured person. Matured person hold a lot of responsibility in the past or at present. Thank you very much. I don't want to keep it this long, I want to keep it short, but talk less, but at the same time, do more. Because people trust your actions, not your words. Thank you so much. Bye. See you next time.